Hey guys, so quick update on my health journey, including my new carnivore method of eating, and I am so excited. So, backstory, I arrived in Jacksonville. I was 329. I left Jacksonville on March the 26th. I was 322, and it is now April 1st, and I am sitting at 313.8. So I'm happy to say that it's 16 pounds down in 1 month. Now, for the times that I went sideways, because 16 pounds is great that I lost that, but I don't want anybody to think that I was just going strong and ham and did everything perfectly in the first month. I did not. So I would say the first 2 weeks, or when I did the video, I had done good. However, I had my best friend who was in town from Antigua, and she was, every time we would go out someplace, for the most part, I could do good. But like when she was right about to leave and we had gone out in the morning, she stopped to get someone to eat at Hardee's. Now, let me just tell you that Hardee's is my favorite place going up. However, in Orlando, we don't even have any more Hardee's. I mean, if there's one, I don't know where it is. And there's no Hardee's in like Minnesota, or not where I was. There's no, if there was a Hardee's in Utah, there might have been, but I was on top of a mountain and couldn't get there. So again, it's like, to name a few, there's no Hardee's, there's no Krispy Kreme in Minnesota, and there is no Waffle House past South Carolina. So you could forget it. So these things were a trial for me, okay? Especially when I was about to leave. It was well, you're not coming back for another year, bitch. You might as well just go ahead and enjoy at least one more waffle before you leave. So, I had to run out and do something, and I was like, oh, bitch, you buy me donuts if I got to go run this errand for you, right? So I'm just going to say, if I had eaten one Krispy Kreme donut, maybe I wouldn't have had a problem, but I ate 3. And I just want you to know that the migraine headache that I had eating that amount of sugar after being carnivore for 3 weeks was like somebody burrowing to my head with drills on both sides. And it was excruciating. It was just horrible. I was done with a Krispy Kreme, right? Now, Waffle House, I can still eat at, because what I was doing is I was just getting a pork chop and eggs and sausage. I was just eating the things I know I can eat at Waffle House that are still going to be carnivore, and I didn't have a problem. What happened was I had to take my friend to take her dogs to surgery an hour away. And on the way, and I was, number one, it was at 6:30 in the morning. I'm not a daytime person, so I was pissed off about that already. It was raining after I got dressed and got out the house. It was raining. Pissed off about that because now I have to drive in the rain. So it was a whole bunch of things that was just going sideways on this particular morning. And so when we got ready, she was like, you want Waffle House? And I was like, yes. We were in the car ordering it, right? So I don't know if I had been in Waffle House, if I'd have went sideways, but I was just like, order me the All-Star with grits and a waffle. Now, this wasn't in the same day by any means. I'm just telling you, for the month of March, the things that I kind of did that could have derailed how much weight I lost. But I'm not mad at 16 pounds in a month by any means. I'm just telling you what I did. Now, I will also tell you on those days that I don't recall eating any more food. Like the days that I had eaten the 3 donuts, I had like a breakfast where, I had made a pork chop and had eggs and onions, and that was going to be my last meal. And sometime around 7 or 8, I ended up going to get the donuts, and that set me off. The next day, I kind of fasted, and I think I ate something later that night, like some chicken or something that had, so it was a case of I had one fuck up in a day, and I tried to get right back on track the next day. But I did have a week or so where every other day I was fucking up. So I just want to put that out there, because this is the journey. And I know, younger people I have watched do keto and carnivore and all this kind of stuff, and they consistently lost weight, and they be going down 2 pounds every week. That doesn't happen to me. Even when I did keto the first time, I did not lose weight like that. It was not a struggle, but it was much slower. And I couldn't get on the scale and see consistent numbers going down. I would have to do 2 to 3 weeks and get on the scale, or then a month get on the scale, 6 weeks get on the scale. I couldn't do this every single week. It just didn't work like that at my age. And, if you're 45 and older, the scale may not be your friend when it comes to weight loss. And that's just a fact. So, I've learned a couple things doing carnivore. I have allergies, and my doctors can't pinpoint what the allergies are, right? I had on one day the mozzarella tacos I made out of mozzarella and put the ground beef with the seasoning in it and put cheese on top and a little sour cream, and I had an allergic reaction to it almost like in the middle of eating it. And I said, okay, I can't do a lot of dairy. I can do some because I had prior been eating scrambled eggs with cheese. I've been eating with my pork chop that I eat or with a steak that I eat, and I had no issues. But that was just a little bit of cheese and eggs. This particular day, that meal was cheese or dairy heavy. And so I know one thing, I can have dairy, but I can't go overboard with the dairy, right? There was also one day where I wanted some fried shrimp. And I thought, like, I'm going to order from a place like Ale House because, they'll be fried and battered a little bit, but it's shrimp. I'm not going to eat anything else with it. I think I might have gotten some onion rings because I've been eating the steak and onions, and the onions didn't seem to bother me. I'm pretty sure the fried onion rings probably wasn't the best way to go, but that's what I did. And I will tell you, I probably ate 10 shrimp and 2 onion rings. Again, I had the allergic reaction. And mine is my nose gets stuffy, my chest, I start coughing. It's like this mucus builds up, and until I blow my nose, and then it's this thing. It happens every time that I eat something that basically I guess I'm allergic to or have some kind of sensitivity to. And I noticed when I was doing the meat, the butter, and it didn't matter meat, chicken, beef, pork, lamb, no type of meat did I have a problem, even with a little bit of onions on it, nothing with the butter, no problems, no allergy reaction, nothing. So I realized that my body definitely does better kind of on I heard somebody say Ketovore, where it's mostly carnivore, but occasionally you may add some vegetables in, because there was a day where I did have some, I think a Brussels sprout or two. I want to say I had some other vegetable, but I can't remember. I think I may have had some scallions is what I had. So I'm kind of playing around with that. So at this point, this is where I sit. I'm feeling very good. I'm happy with the 16 pounds. I don't go to my next job until May the 15th, so I have 6 more weeks. So if I could get under the 300 mark, I'd be back to a better number. Like 300 is my threshold. I should never go over 300. And I'm not saying that that's a good weight in general. I normally stay between 260 and 280. That's a size 22 for me exactly. That's where I stayed for years. I'd like to be around 225. I'm 5'11". So if I could get into a size 14, I'm happy. I don't care how much I weigh. But I do know that I shouldn't be over 300. So if I could get off another, 16 pounds between now and then, I'm under 300. And at that point, the job I'm going to, they provide room, board, food. They also have a gym. So I have access to a gym. I really want to start weight training, really consistently at that point to build some muscle as I start to go down. So I know for our age, it's not cardio, it's strength training. Not that you can't do it, just what's better for you is strength, because the more muscle you have, the harder it is for you to gain weight, because muscle helps you burn fats. That's just how the science works. But anyway, just thought I'd give a quick update. I do have to take some pictures. I don't think that I really look all that much difference. I think once I get under the 200 mark, you'll be able to really tell that I've lost some weight. And so, I think at the end of April, I'll take some pictures and come back and kind of post them side by side so we can see how it's going. But I'm excited. I cannot wait to be naked. I got a couple dresses in mind. I'm just saying, be ready. I already told my son and my friends, let me lose 50 pounds. And you're going to be like, could you please put some clothes on, bitch? Like, God damn. I'm going to be like, no. Have you seen this body? No. Clothes? What is that? As if.